Hey, little gay boys and girls and fag hags
Love them.
and straight boys who sneak and watch my videos and love me too, yes. Y'all love my nipples.
Mine too. they come out.
So, I'm so happy that you all get to join us for this discussion, this little conversation that we're about to have. I have somebody who I absolutely love and admire so much.
I love you too.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. I have Kaoz, who is an out gay rapper. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my 3 favorites. And y'all know I'm a harsh critic of hip hop because we've had that conversation before. And so please welcome Kaoz. So how are you?
I'm great. I'm doing fine.
I'm so happy that you can join us.
Oh yeah, I love being in D.C. You know, I always love being in D.C.
We just did a show in North Carolina together.
Yes, we did, a couple days ago.
And so it was absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
I loved it. I was able to come back with my same waistline because North Carolina is notorious for its barbecue.
Okay.
And so,
patting the motherfucker up. But
okay.
Yeah, we both came back actually kind of,
yeah. We did a very good job down there, and it was just so shout out to the people who hosted us down there.
Shout out.
We got so much stuff to cover within a short span of time, so we're going to try to do this, and we're going to try to make it make sense, okay? Because
we just got tight schedules.
Okay, and you smoke pot sometimes.
And I smoke pot.
I smoke weed every now and then. Well, y'all know I'm a bit more of a lush. Y'all know me, I like me a nice Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, me too.
Okay,
you like I like Cabernet. Yeah, I'm such a Cabernet dude.
So that is what's up. That was crazy. I promise y'all we haven't been smoking right now.
Right. That's the problem.
So first I want to talk to you about the Tyler Durden EP.
Yes.
Which is this album right here. If you haven't gotten this CD, you need to get it. It is fire. I was listening to it this morning when I'm working on a new book I was telling y'all about. I love it. Tell us a little bit about this CD.
This actually is a collection of about 10 original songs, with original beats. Dude by the name of Michael Walton, also my man G-Lo the Scientist, and my dude E.Q. Robinson, rest in peace, out of Cleveland, all provided the beats. And there are a couple of bonus tracks on there which were things that, I kind of wanted to include on the album that were just kind of like a little extra tidbits, like the Frostbite song, which was actually originally done by a guy by the name of Odyssey, who's a producer, and Eddie J. Free, who actually does like the piano riff going into it. But anyway, the Tyler Durden EP, and I call it EP because it originally was supposed to just be an EP of like maybe 7 songs, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, okay.
But we decided to kind of change it to the EP experience because by the end of the process, this is everything that I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying, at that time. And yeah, it just ended up being like, 10, straight songs. So that was enough to classify as an album. So,
well, it's a great album. I absolutely love this album. There's one of his songs that I absolutely love that's not on the album. I'm so upset and I need to find a way to get it is Anti-Out. I absolutely love, well, Smack a Bitch. I love that song.
Well, the thing about Anti-Out is it's on the complement, it's kind of like the partner, the companion to the EP, which is the Tyler Durden mixtape, and that is available online at Bandcamp. So if you guys want to get to download the mixtape for free, it's www.kaoz.bandcamp.com.
Make sure y'all check it out. Now, for the good stuff. Earlier tonight, we were talking about like us coming out in our careers. Y'all know I'm an openly gay stand-up comedian. He's an openly gay rapper. And I was actually surprised you said you just came out in 2010 as an openly gay rapper.
Openly gay rapper, yes.
What made you decide to do it?
Well, I had been actually on the spoken word scene, the slam poetry scene for quite some time. Actually, ever since say the late 90s, you know what I'm saying? I've kind of been doing my thing with spoken word poetry. And on that circuit, there were a lot of people across the country that knew my orientation through some of my work, you know what I mean?
Right.
And not really necessarily through some of my work, but just some of the conversations and, some of the friendships that I've ended up forging, well, not forging, but you know what I mean, formulating with people over the years. That's come out because, it's just, if you ask me the right way, that's kind of how I felt about it before. If you ask me the right way, then I'll tell you. And in other senses, I just felt like I didn't have to necessarily use my sexuality as something that, you know,
Right.
I should be wearing on my sleeve, or, you know, it's like, you know, what's the point of making that like the first thing that you see, or, you know, whatever, of me. So it's just like, I wouldn't say that I was on the low with it, but if you ask me, I'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't something that I just made a point to drive out there. However,
well, I was just thinking about something when you
What's
said that. Now, we all know that a lot of these little rappers that get on television,
right,
and you listen to their CDs, and you see they're always doing little collaborations together.
right.
We know they're quite fond of the condoms and lube, okay? Now, there are quite a few rappers who will not just say, because I'm not trying to get shot, but
most of them really don't have guns nowhere.
I know a lot of the bitches don't have guns. You punk bitches. A lot of y'all don't, but still, I'm not going to test y'all because y'all bitches, y'all. But
they got bodyguards, so.
Bodyguards, like, they got them same bodyguards as the bouncers up there, Love Nightclub, and a lot of places you bully bitches. A couple years ago, they gave me some free passes because one of them was about 8'13" and 500 pounds, almost sprained my neck. Okay. So I know that a lot of rappers, like if you ask them, you know, are you gay or whatever, and even if they are, because downlow men do exist in hip hop.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
They won't come out.
Yeah.
Why do you think they make it a point to hide their homosexual? I don't like that word.
Well,
their same gender lovingism.
Well, or their who they are. I was talking to somebody earlier about the same thing. I mean, there's a variety of reasons why people don't choose to come out or be out artists. And some of the most, I mean, you know, I think the first ones that come to mind are, for one, you know, just your status as a rapper or as a money-making tool or entity. A lot of people get into rap music for that, for just, you know, that way to get out the hood. Some of us don't have many other skill sets outside of street hustling skill sets and that natural talent or natural knack of being able to put together words, you know what I'm saying? And so, in this day and age in which specifically African American men, but a lot of communities of color, especially people that have been kind of like in a poverty or poor situation, poor people, you know, lack of education, you know what I'm saying? You coming from the hood, you grinding to make it out, make a better way for you and your family, whatever the situation may be. They don't necessarily feel like there are many, let's say, job markets or roles that they can take out there as professional men, or, you know what I'm saying, a 9-to-5 job. I mean, we all see this economy now, even
Exactly.
the way that it is. I mean, it's really tough out there for people. And so if you have the choice between, say, possibly making a way for you and your family to eat, you to be able to take your family out of the poverty situation and yourself, for you to, you know, make, you know, the quality of life for yourself and your family, like, a lot better, you know, you have that choice of either, okay, you know, you can get all this, you know what I'm saying, in some cases, and I'm not saying that's the case for all people, or all hip-hop artists, but in some cases, you know, it's like you really have to weigh those two things, where,
right,
you know, you don't want to sacrifice one thing for the other. And so there's this image, you know what I'm saying, and this hyper-masculine image
anyway of black men,
right, is something that, it's something that we perpetuate ourselves, and it's something that is learned not from gay people, but, you know, really usually it's from our straight or our heteronormative lives coming up as kids. We learn it, you know what I'm saying, as a young baby, or say a younger, you know, a toddler or something. We were talking about this today, you know, with Tim and West. You know, you fall, you scrape your knee or something.
You can't cry.
You can't cry. Shit.
Or your mama cry like a bitch.
You know what I mean? Ah! Or your mom say something like, "Hey, little man," you know what I'm saying? Little, you know, get up, little man, butch it up, or whatever, you know, or that term, little man. It's like, you know what I'm saying, we're always thrust into this position of we gotta act like a man, or, you know, what is that definition of a man? What's a man's role? And again, heterosexual society has kind of normalized, you know what I'm saying, this kind of this racism or this sexism, you know what I'm saying, and our identification, or what we kind of what our perceptions are of gender roles, you know what I mean? Like, a woman can't be the breadwinner, or a woman can't be the strong person in a relationship or within the family. She has to be weak. She has to be subservient. She does certain things like cook, clean, these things that are like minimized or diminished.
Right,
You know,
and then if a man does them,
oh, then he's the minimized, he's diminished. No, he needs to be outside of the house, doing more physical things,
making
representing
money.
the family, making money, bringing home the bacon. And it doesn't matter what he does when he's out in the street, but a woman has all these expectations when she's at home. And so those same type of like crazy, frayed ideas, you know what I'm saying, we bring that over into our culture. You know, and we hold on to some of that stuff too, you know what I'm saying, just from how we were, you know, growing up or whatever. So anyway, I might have just went like all over the map.
You know, I promise we have not been smoking pot. I promise we have not been smoking weed. He broke that down.
I mean, it's a really big, it's a large issue, you know what I'm saying. There are so many issues that kind of fold into that, you know what I mean. But the bottom line is, a lot of people don't want to give up that power or that perceived advantage that they may have by not taking, you know, a stand, or even, you know, just keeping it real and just being, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, which is what I admire you and so many other of the gay rappers that are out now. Like we were talking about earlier, and I ran into him. Shouts to you. Yes, your little chocolate piece of thunder, you.
Right.
And
we're currently working on a song together too, actually. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be on the Intersections album sometime in September. So.
I'm so excited about it. I can't wait because, you know, I just really got into hip hop through gay hip hop. It's stuff I can really relate to, and it's more socially conscious too.
Yeah.
Which brings us to.
Well, it can be, because there are.
Yeah, there's some of it that I just hear about it, and I'm just like somebody's grandma. I'm like, oh my Lord, Jesus Christ, you need to go to church.
Okay.
But this it was.
Mama with that mouth.
Yeah, I just be listening to it, and I'd be like, oh my Lord.
Right.
This is what I want to ask you.
What's up?
I like the way you say that. Yes. How do you plan to challenge these notions on masculinity and sexuality through being an openly gay rapper?
Oh, that's just it, through being an openly gay rapper. I mean, you know,
Real simple.
You answered the question. I mean, because the bottom line is this, a lot of people, and the thing that's so interesting about this is, straight rappers, like say on local scenes, and maybe to some of y'all, you know, gay people, some of y'all straight people, it might not mean that much, you know what I'm saying, a local rapper or you know, hometown talent compared to like a Nicki Minaj or, you know, all these other people that y'all dick lick. But the fact of the matter is, on a day-to-day basis, straight rappers have a lot of respect for what we do. And well, I'm not going to speak for us, I'll speak for myself. I've never had a beef with a straight rapper. Ain't no straight rapper ever said shit about me, you know what I'm saying, either rapping or doing spoken word.
Well, I have, and you know what? And they know I roll with a nice tight gang, okay, of drag queens, and we will beat you on the basketball court in full drag with high heels on. Okay, no,
right. And to run some D on you, like.
Them drag queens can run some D and talk shit, read you down.
Okay. Yeah. You know, and the bottom line is, you know, I don't know. It's like, you know, if your skill, if you a dope ass rapper, you a dope ass rapper. You know what I mean? Now the path may be a little harder, it may be a little longer. I might not, you know what I'm saying, be able to, you know, get all the fans and all the support and all the backing from like a major company or a distributor and stuff. Is like, say someone else is, you know, like with Young Money or, you know, a Kanye West, or, you know what I'm saying, with some of these other people, and you can say whatever you want to about how their vibe, their personality, their characters even as artists, how they may ring, you know, kind of faggy to you, or, you know what I'm saying, what we may think is, oh, that's kind of gay, or, you know, oh, she really gay, blah, blah, whatever, you know what I'm saying, your perception. I mean, we can say all that, but the bottom line is, you know, if you are dope, you know what I'm saying, other dope rappers are going to respect you regardless. Now, I will say this, I'm not going to name names, but there are industry rappers that follow me on Twitter, believe it or not. They haven't unfollowed me, you know what I mean? There are some that have, you know what I mean? But they know the deal, you know what I'm saying? And even though we might not communicate, like they might not, because on Twitter, it's transparent, everyone sees it. And so, you know, it does become this whole thing of, you know what I mean, sometimes, you know, kind of like how back in the civil rights days or something like that, you know, certain white people, even if you are an advocate for black folks,
wouldn't there be something like if Martin Luther King had some clan members following him on Twitter? That
you know, I mean, but see, that's just the thing. They would have been, if he was, you know, alive now and on Twitter, people in the Tea Party would be all on his Twitter. You understand what I'm saying? And Tea Party ain't nothing but the, you know, the New Age Klan.
That's it.
The Republican Party, you know what I mean? So, it's that same idea. And just like, you know, the Republicans, they are all so far up in Obama's ass, they can't stand him, but yet and still they're watching his every move. And you know what I'm saying? They do find ways to tear down everything you do. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But in the hip-hop thing, though, I think that, you know, there is this level of respect that they still have for us. They might not say it, you know, because, again, you have a record company that's behind you, you have management, you got all of these other outside people. It's not just you and your career. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about artists that are signed to a major label, you're owned.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these artists are, you know, they get trapped in these 360 deals. The only time that they actually make money is when they're on tour. When they're selling records, most of that shit is going back to the company. You know what I'm saying? They're not making money off of that. You know, they may get a little bit, you know, they do get followings, they get fanfare and all that kind of stuff like that, but they really don't start making paper until they hit the road. And in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, cases, they may be booking places, or places are giving them, like, say, $20,000, $30,000 a show. You know what I'm saying? They get them that little cheese or whatever. That's really where those artists are making their cheese. They're not making it from the other stuff, because the industry has fucked them so raw, really, in their contracts, that they're not really getting much money.
Wow.
You know, you don't hear from Plies anymore. People like Plies or Chameleonaires, like another one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are a lot of people that are here 1 second and they're gone the next.
Wow.
Us, as gay rappers, there's so much power. No, it's just being an independent artist. And that's what I look at it as. Yeah, we are independent artists. You can call it gay, you know, put whatever identity you want to put behind it, whatever, but it's just still, as an independent artist, you have more control over your product. You have more control over what you say, how you say it, when you drop it, who you distribute it to, and where you go. And not only that, depending on how your hustle is or how hungry it is that you are for this, you'll be able to set up a tour. You'll be able to get around and get gigs. You will be able to go places and be able to push your product. The other thing, too, is you got to have a product to push.
Important.
A lot of gay rappers come in thinking that it's, you know, mixtape. I'm going to do a whole bunch of cover songs or something with somebody else's beat. And granted, I got a lot of those myself, but at the same time, I made sure if I was going to drop a project with a whole bunch of stuff and me flipping on other people's beats, guess what? I got a 12-track album right here.
Of his own stuff.
You know what I mean? And people that, you know what I mean, like that I've worked with, and you know, ASCAP, you know what I mean, like my shit, I get the publishing, like all that, like it's all, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
That is amazing.
So it's like, you know, I still, off of every record sale, like when somebody pays me $10 for this, guess what? I got $10. I don't have $5.59, and then 4 of it is going to iTunes, or 4 of it is going to my record company, and then like another 10 is going, you know what I'm saying, to iTunes and stuff for distributing me digitally. I have the whole $10. So, you know, but it's just going to be a lot more harder in the sense of I'm going to have to push to engage people. I'm going to have to do shit like go to this Black Pride, give them a hell of a show, so that convinces them it is worth giving me that $10. You know what I'm saying?
And he did put on a hell of a show when we were at Raleigh Black Pride. I was so proud. My babies were making me proud. So before we go, how can people get in contact with Kaoz?
You can holler at me on Twitter, KAOZ612. You can holler at me on Facebook, holler at me under Kaoz on Facebook, KAOZ. Just go to the fan page, like it. I'm not going to give people my personal Facebook because you probably are going to end up finding me anyway because y'all know what my real name is. So, you know, you can find me under my real name, or you can holler at me on Bandcamp. Bandcamp, it's www.kaoz.bandcamp.com. You go right there. You can purchase this album, or you can get all of my other free shit. I got free singles, the free mixtape. My original mixtape, Project Mayhem, is on there for free. You can stay in touch with me through Bandcamp as well. So,
well, it is amazing what you do, and I'm so proud to call you a friend.
Thank you.
A fellow artist.
You're amazing as well, man.
Thank you.
Like for real. Like you change people's like days, their lives, everything, and you're very like.
You're gonna make me you're gonna make the man.
Oh no, today. Stop it.
But he's amazing, and so it's an amazing thing to have you as an openly gay rapper. a friend, fellow artist, and everything. So I really admire you. And y'all don't know it, but I be watching y'all, and y'all be making me proud.
For sure, for sure. And next time I'm in DC, we definitely got to get up, do a part 2 of this interview or something. It'll be a little longer, more extensive, and then we can do the whole little tea about, you know, how I kind of grew up into being chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me because, we was having a good conversation. I'm also working on getting back on Blog Talk Radio, so once I do, we'll be sure to have some uninhibited interviews and conversations because y'all know I love pushing the envelope. So until next time, please subscribe, tell your friends what we're doing here, and keep on watching. And remember, I love you, and I'll see you in the city real, real soon.